What's up? It is week 29 and I'm getting text messages from people. Okay, so if you've been following my music blog here, I've been talking the last few weeks about doing something called Deconstruct, where I'm going to deconstruct other people's music, other producers, as a way to show up in other people's searches, like a marketing strategy. And I've been thinking really hard about that and weighing the pros and the cons, and the cons being it's not my music, it's not what I want to do, it's more like a again, marketing strategy to show up in other people's searches so people can even find me. And I've been talking about it and analyzing it, and ultimately decided within the last 24 to 48 hours, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm all over the place with this, but this is a work in progress. It's something I'm trying to figure out, and I need to think about priorities and what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is being creative and working on my craft and enjoying that. That feeds my soul. That makes me feel good on the inside. It's a release. It's inspiring. Whenever I'm doing something against how I feel in my gut and what's going on inside me, there's always a struggle or a wrestling with it. There's never a peace with it. And I couldn't arrive at any kind of peace with deconstructing other people's music and not making my own. So, in sticking with making my own music, I'm still gonna be faced with the challenge that I was initially, talking about, meaning I don't know how people find me in my production, in my page, without some kind of marketing strategy. And I still don't have an answer for that. I don't know how people are gonna find me. But one thing I do believe is that if something's meant for me, I can't do anything to make that happen or not make that happen. I honestly do believe if something's supposed to happen for me and what I'm doing, it would just happen, regardless of me trying or not trying. I'm not saying sit around and do nothing and be lazy. For anybody who knows me, you know how I am. I work. So I will continue to work and do things, and not focus so much on the outcome of what I'm doing, and focus more on what I'm doing and the work. And I have heard some successful people, that's your own definition, describe chasing their goals as be stubborn with it. People are gonna tell you it's not gonna work, you're gonna feel like it's not gonna work sometimes, you're gonna be all over the place emotionally, you're mentally with it, but stick to it and ride it out. Be stubborn about your goals. And I believe that's where I am and where I've always been, because any good thing that's happened for me has happened for me because I was stubborn about what I wanted, and I didn't bend or settle for anybody. And ultimately, the best things that's ever happened to me have been things I had no control over. Things just happened to me. Being born. I mean, it may seem very silly, but I had no control over that. Being born in the family I was born to. My music, my creativity, my wife, my son, a number of things, the best things in my life, I didn't make happen for myself. They happened to me without me having to do anything to get them. And so I have more peace with doing what I feel in my gut, which is staying creative and doing this and just riding it out and letting what comes from it come from it. And I have to make peace with that. That's really it. I heard President Obama say, and I've always said this, I thought it was hilarious. He said that, he was talking to David Letterman on that show, my next guest is, I think is the name of it. President Obama was saying to David Letterman, don't you feel lucky? Meaning, what happened to them being able to be in the positions that they're in required some luck, things that were outside of their control. Because you hear a lot of successful people talk about their success as if it's something that they made happen or something that they had control over. I've never believed that. I've never believed that, because they always talk about their hard work and the things they did as the key to their success. And the issue I've always had with that is, I know a lot of people that work hard, if not harder than some of those people, and are more talented than some of those people, but they never arrived at the place that those people are in. And what's that about? I don't think that's a matter of who worked harder. I think it's a matter of who got lucky, who did things unfold for, who had the timing unfold for them. Those are things, in my opinion, that we have no control over. And so I never believe it when people say things like, do this, this, and this, and then this will happen. No, because I know people who do this, this, and this, and nothing happens. The best thing I can do is what I feel in my gut, what makes me happy, and from that will come peace. And that's the only thing I can really ask for, because you can't put a price on peace. You can't buy it at the store. So I'm going to go that direction and continue to do what I'm doing. You know, sorry about preaching at you, but you know, just want to say that's why I'm not doing Deconstruct. Hopefully that made sense. Let's get to making some music. Alright, for those of you who are with me for the first time, thank you for checking out my channel. My videos, I make music every week. I release music every week of the year, every Tuesday. I put out a vlog every Sunday, which is tomorrow. It's 9:30 p.m. I should probably get started on Saturday night. I had to put this out tomorrow. So, let's do something. This time, and for those of you who don't know how to make music, all music is layers. Layers of sounds. So sometimes I like to make the beat first, sometimes I like to make the music first. You know, let's just see what, I'm thinking I'm gonna start with some music first. Sounds so low. This is my Korg Triton. I'm not getting my sounds from this. I'm actually getting my sounds from Logic. I got sounds in my Triton here, but I have more variety in here. I've used all these sounds, and they get a little boring because I've used them so many times. Get rid of all those extra sounds. I like that. It's kind of got like a Blade Runner kind of sound. sound, like a feel to it. I mean, I love this right now. It's just a real basic sound, but it puts me in a mood. It's inspiring. I just don't want to screw it up. I'm just gonna ride with it. with each track, there could be more. It could be more that you do. You never really can walk away from it, if we're being honest. You can keep working on it, changing things and improving it. But with this one, I'm good with it at this point. If I ever were to like record this with somebody, we'd probably work on it a little more. But I like it at this point. I like it at this stage. Feels good. Feels good. Feels like me. Feels like something I would listen to and enjoy. It's kind of a mix between a movie and hip hop, which I think has kind of been my sound. Is somewhere between movie sound and focus. Somewhere between movie sound and hip hop. It's somewhere in the middle. Like, my two favorite producers in the world are Timbaland and Hans Zimmer. So there you go. Also like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and Michael Jackson. So I'm gonna go mix this. All right.